Everyone, this is Ultimate Karma. This is going to be my first what if, and this is going to be what if Deku had Asta's powers from Black Clover. Now let's get into it. So everything will mostly be the same up in like he will still be diagnosed as quirkless, and Bakugo will still be bullying him. But instead of Deku just like being like helpless and just like giving up, mostly he would actually be more determined to be a hero. So he would train and train, breaking through his limits every single day. And every time, and yeah, he just keeps doing that for like a lot, for like every single day for years. And one day, when he's about 7 or 8, he finds a book, and he's like scratched up, and it's like all around dirty. But Deku actually decides to keep it. And if you've seen Black Clover, it's actually the five leaf grimoire that Asta has, and the devil like is in it. So he just like carries it around everywhere, and people just people like either don't care or just like weird it out. Like some people like just really don't care, like Bakugo, and he just continues bullying Deku, and Deku like he becomes like more confident, and like he actually tries to stand up to Bakugo, but every time he does, he just gets blown away. So he just trains even harder and harder. And hold on. Alright, so sorry. I had to go back inside into my house, and yeah. Anyways, yeah, like it was. Yeah, Deku just keeps on training and training. So one day, so that he hopes one day he could become a hero, even though he's quirkless. And that's when like it's the last day of middle school, and like it basically like with it goes like how it goes in canon, and then like it said like Deku like he's like, oh, the teacher says, oh, who wants to go to you, like, oh, you guys want to be heroes, right? And then Bakugo's like, yeah. I'm not good at storytelling, but Bakugo says that, oh no, the teacher says that there's 2 students that wants to go to UA, and then Bakugo's like, oh, who would want to challenge me? I'm the only one going to UA. That's what Deku says that. Oh, really? Well, I'm gonna go to UA, and I'll prove all the people wrong, and I'm gonna be the first quirkless hero. And everyone just laughs at him, and he kind of gets ticked off by this, but he just he just like ignores them. And then like at the end of class, the Bakugo goes up to Deku and just grabs his notebook, and he just burns it with his quirk, and he just throws it out the window. And Deku, he's like really mad at this, and that's when the demon in the grimoire actually gives him some of his power, and Deku's eye, his right eye, turns red, and the right part of his hair turns black, and his skin starts turning like, then his right arm, it starts turning black, and then Bakugo's like wondering what's happening, and then that's when Deku just like punches Bakugo and just says, "So leave me alone, and don't ever mess with me again. I'll knock some sense into you." And that's when, and then Deku just leaves, and Baku's just shocked by this. He's like, "What the heck? When did you get a quirk?" Hold on. Oh, sorry, that was my brother, my little brother. Yeah. So anyway, Deku just like walks home, and instead of taking his usual route, he goes into he takes a shortcut and goes into a tunnel, and he turns back. He turned back to normal at this point, and he really the sludge monster he tries to get Deku, and he actually succeeds, and yeah. Deku, he doesn't really have a quirk, so he just gets he's getting suffocated by the sludge monster, and when he does that, when the sludge monster is suffocating him, his book that was in he keeps with him, the 5 liquid more. When it starts glowing red, and he just appears in front of him, and he's wondering what's happening, and then he feels this sudden surge of power inside of him, and his eye turns red again, and he turns into demon mode again, and it just blows the sludge monster off of him, and the sludge monster's wondering what's happening, and then that's when Deku, he instinctively rushes, he puts his hand up to the flying book at this point, and when he does that, he actually pulls out a big sword, and I feel like he'd be able to wield the sword, the giant sword that Asta has, because I think that at this point he'd be Asta level, with strength and stuff. So, oh, hold on. Yeah, sorry, that was my brother again. Anyway, yeah, he gets the sword, and the sludge monster is wondering where he got the sword from, and then that's when Deku slashes him with it, and the sludge monster, he actually gets hurt by this, because in this world, the anti-magic sword is actually an anti-quirk sword. So, it nullifies any quirk. So, yeah. And then the sludge monster is, yelling. He's, really hurt. Because he didn't expect that the sword to actually hurt him. And then, Deku's, also confused. But he just continues using it. And then, that's when All Might appears. He's like, I am here. And then he sees Deku just slashing the sludge monster with the sword, and then the sludge monster basically passed out by pain at this point. So then All Might is like, nice job, kid. What's your name? It's like, oh, my name is Izuku Midoriya, and this is a quirk. I mean, this is my quirk. It's called Nullify, or Demon or something. I don't know what to call it. But yeah, and Deku just says, yeah, I don't know what to call it. I don't really know what to call my quirk. And then All Might is like, oh, well, okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm not good at storytelling, and I'm nervous actually. So Deku, All Might, he puts the sludge monster in a bottle or two, I don't know, and then All Might, he flies away, he jumps away. Deku, he asks him if he can sign his notebook, and All Might's like, sure, kid, and yeah, he signs his notebook, and then when he was about to fly away, jump away, Deku actually jumps on All Might's leg, and I forgot to mention this, but he turned back into his regular form, yeah, and then Deku, he just like All Might's like, "What are you doing, kid? Get off me!" And then Deku's just like, if I do, I'll die." And then All Might's like, "Oh yeah, good point." Yeah. So he lands on a building, and then like Deku asks him if he can be a hero with his quirk, or like he thinks it's a quirk, but it's not really a quirk, so to speak. But and then All Might turns to a Small Might form, and like Deku's like, "What the heck? Like, are you the real All Might?" And then that's when All Might's like, "Yes, I am." And yeah, and that's when Deku is like All Might explains the injury he had, and yeah, and Deku is like, "Oh, well, can you answer my question at least?" And he's like, "Okay, what was your question?" And then Deku's like, "Well, can I be here with this type of quirk?" And All Might is like, "Well, you could probably be a hero, but probably not like number one or something." And then Deku is like, "Oh, okay." And he's kind of happy by this, and he's happy because he at least hit like his favorite is like a role model, so that he could be a hero, and this basically makes him happy. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, sorry. My house has a lot of distractions, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, the sludge villain escaped at this point because Deku jumped on his leg, on All Might's leg, and like the All Might dropped the bottle, and then Deku actually gets out the building, like he walks down the stairs, and he's actually starting to go home. That's when he hears a loud explosion. And he's like wondering what's happening. So, and he sees like a giant crowd of people. So, yeah. And like Deku, he goes in front, and then he sees Bakugo like getting attacked by a sludge villain. And he's more or less like he's not happy that he doesn't really care about Bakugo, so to speak. Like, and then he sees that a person is actually dying because of him, because he jumped on All Might's leg, he got onto it, and then he feels angry at himself because he let that happen. It's all his fault. And then a surge of energy comes through him, and the anti power, the demon power, flows through him, and then a giant wing on his right arm starts to form. He pulls out the anti-magic, just giant anti-magic sword. And then that's when Deku, everyone starts to see this, and they're wondering what's happening. And then Deku just jumps forward, and it's a huge flash, coming through they felt the wind pressure. And they're like, "Wow, what's his quirk? He's supposed to have an amazing quirk." And Deku, he goes in front of the sludge villain, and he actually slashes it with the blade, and the sludge villain just screaming, and yeah, and All Might sees this. He's like, what power is that sword, and why does he look like a demon or something? His hair is black, and he sees the red eye, and then he's wondering what's happening. And then Deku, he actually the sludge monster passes out from pain just as well, and no, he's almost passed out, and that's when Deku, he actually grabs Bakugo out of the sludge villain, and he pulls him out, and everyone's shocked by this, and they're wondering, oh, how did he do that? And then Deku, he's he's mad. He's kind of mad at himself. Yeah, he's mad at himself, but he doesn't really care about Bakugo. He just wanted to he doesn't want someone to die in front of him, knowing that it's his fault. So Deku, he actually just he helps Bakugo, and when he does this, the sludge villain, like tries to like he gets mad at Deku. He actually tries to attack him. That's when Deku like slices him with the blade, and like the sludge villain like passes out from the pain, and like everyone's like just wondering what his quirk is, and like he turns back into his regular form because like it exhausted him, and yeah, and everyone's cheering at for Deku, and All Might sees this. He's like, wow, he's really powerful, especially with that quirk of his. Maybe he should be a great candidate for One for All. And Deku, like, he gets praised but also scolded for his actions. And then Bakugo's like wondering like when did he get this power? And he was like, did he hide it from me all this time? And Deku, he just like he starts walking home, and the whole thing with Bakugo happens when like he's like says that, oh, I didn't need your help and stuff, and like Deku's just kind of ignoring this, like whatever. That's when All Might appears. He asks Deku if he wants to be like a candidate for One for All, and Deku like thinks about like he's like what, and like he says that oh his quirk can be passed down and stuff. And Deku is just thinking about this, and he thinks that he works all of his life just to be a #1 hero, and like to be a hero, and he's like, at this point he doesn't want any hand-me-downs, and this Deku is actually really confident, like not cocky like Bakugo, but like confident in himself. So what he actually declines it and says, I wanna like be a hero using my own power, and I don't want any hand-me-downs. I want to like make my own path. And he kind of respects this, and Deku like he starts walking away, and yeah, and this is where I'm gonna end off it right now. And sorry that I didn't like, yeah, it's like stuttered a lot because this is my first what if, and yeah, I'm really nervous. So, bye.